I saw Cadre using SV. I never say the name because I don't pronounce it correctly now. Barber Dave butchers the names of some scotches, but he can say this, so kudos. SV Kubebe. Again, some of the coolest packaging in the world, I think, for shaving stuff. I've got the aftershave. Has nothing to do with it, but I tend to pull out my SV brush. I had this soaking when I use SV soap. And it's a thing, right? It's the experience of the shave. I'm going to pour, I have this soaking a bit, so we'll put that on as pre-shave. You have to say most of their scents are very delicious. Delicious. So load up with this. Is one of the few times using SV soaps that I load directly from the tub and face lather. Speaking of expected delivery date of the next Nurse Dave Shaving World merch is today. So tomorrow, you might see it on this channel if it shows up. I'm used to not, unless it's Amazon, I don't really necessarily expect things to show up right when they say so. Now see, this looks, I didn't add any water other than what oh my gosh. Dave baby. Let's see, I'm just cleaning the suds out of the tub and off my hands. Now I'm feeling like this is pretty much good enough to shave with already. Look, that's gotta look obnoxious on the camera, that little thing right there, right? We'll put that right there. I don't think I need much water. I think I'd be fine with no water. I think I just need to add a little slickness. So this is the perfect time for that, right? Just a little bit of water. He's shaking his head right now. That's all right. That's all right. He knows. Sometimes it's good to, that's with a professional. You've got all these tools in your toolbox, right? That's a nice business saying for learning new things. You put more tools in your toolbox. Your toolbox is there. I think that's good. Back to the essence. Yesterday's shave, if you follow me on the Cadre, was quick and abbreviated. So that's kind of why I went with today's equipment. To me, this is just a luxury shave when you're using this big old brush and these soaps and, I don't know, the super high-tech H2O delivery system. Barber Dave beat me when we were talking about all of this, and he came out with his video. He did it better. I was gonna go out just on the deck with a hose, but he added. Dang it! That one is that. I could feel that tug after dug in. Yeah, we're already getting some blood. Safety shirt didn't do much. I'm wearing the safety shirt. There was a. Slow down, buddy. It's always here. It's always, I've told you, it's always, because I need to go down, but you know, you got this inward curve of the skin here because my chiseled cheekbones, which contributed to my modeling career, you know, they go in. So when I'm headed down the cheek, but I need to get the hairs right at the top there, and I'm distracted talking to you, and it's not always that. Sometimes I'm not even on camera and I catch it right there. Look at it. That's why almost all of my cuts are up here or here. Although from time to time it's landing down this way, but the majority is up here. What am I doing? We're still on the first pass, right? So we're still going down here. the safety shirt is in place. There's a topic I was going to cover, and I was vacillating. Yeah, I was vacillating. But did I cover it in the shave? Or sit down for a coffee chat? Up until hitting the record button. And it kind of was related to that's what the shirt was related to. And I decided just as hitting the record button to do it as a coffee chat. I know, again, teaser. I'm a professional, right? That's technique. Woo! Stingy. Stingy has. I don't think this one's gonna stop with alum. I don't think it is. I think we're gonna have to get out the big guns. We'll see. We'll see. The show must go on. Oh man. Of course, now it's bleeding and stinging. So that's awesome. That's great. How's your Saturday going? How's it going? Well, that kind of threw everything off track, didn't it? I think I was talking about this shave being kind of a luxury shave for me to make up for yesterday. I was behind. Oh, we'd gone to a concert the night before. That was the whole deal. Not a concert, but a concert. We go to concerts. We don't go to concerts. One, I don't. Oh, whatever. It just ain't my thing. I just ain't into. Again, since my wife isn't into rock and stuff like that, listening to the louder genre of music is very rare for me these days. It's not like I miss it, but from time to time, like in my car, I have a playlist called Loud Car. That's when I want to drive fast and crank it up and. I'm old. More than often, I'm still listening to like YouTube videos or books on tape or whatever in my car. So, anyway, it was a concert. His name's Jesse Cook, Jesse, from Canada. Much like a cadre member and worldwide chess champion Sam Sharp. Who lives in Canada. That's right. We got some pretty important people on the cadre. Sam's not really one of them. I'm just saying unrelated. We've got some important folks as well. But so it's not that he's from Canada and plays the Spanish guitar. We really like. My wife knew about him when I met her. And, we live down in California, but he's playing in Seattle, and we flew up there. That's the first time we saw him. And my parents drove up to Seattle, and we met up and saw him. He played, so what I like is he plays small venues. You're never too far away from him. And he gets into anyway. So this is the fourth time we've seen him, but he just, most places we've gone have been sold out, and I don't know what the deal is. I feel kind of bad for him. This time it was not sold out, a small venue. This is he's just getting back into touring since the pandemic. And so I don't know, maybe people aren't really tracking that yet. Anyway, so we got home late. It's okay. He's okay. I think he's okay. Let's check. Here's the concern. Oh mercy. Oh mercy. So obviously this safety shirt doesn't do squat. This hit the ground. Top popped off. I was ready for a shattering and having to tiptoe around broken glass. We're okay. I did get shaving cream on my toothpaste though. That one's okay too. Oh yeah, if you want to shave like Nurse Dave and brush your teeth like Nurse Dave with Marvis. Ooh, could this be another Marvis? I like this stuff. Again, I get sucked into the gimmicks and stuff. It's got a metal tube. You know, you push on it and it just stays like that. For some reason, I really dig. I like the metal tube. The toothpaste is fine. I really don't know how people get jazzed about one toothpaste brand or another. You stick, you know, a little bit in your mouth, and whatever. I mean, other than flavor, I don't know how you can determine, oh, this one cleaned my teeth so much better than this one. Yeah, so I just rinsed off this part again and could feel the skin flap. That's gonna be visible for a while. It's just skin, right? We're just bags of water, our human bodies, and stuff happens. Man, I tell you, I used to, as a younger lad, we're gonna get some look at, I should have done that on camera. There's like no lather on the brush, and then look, there's plenty. Whoop, whoop. We don't want to lose our residuals. Wait, let me finish. I don't want to leave Barber Dave hanging. He says I jump all over the place. So we got home late. My boss, I hadn't felt good that day actually. And it was starting to feel not so great again that evening. But, and my boss offered for me to work from home. But I had 2 meetings that were kind of in person that I really didn't want to miss. So I was in a rush. And just did a shave stick and a single edge razor and just like 2 passes and just get out the door. So this is, I'm cleaning. There's soap on the floor, but you know, you rub that into the carpet and it's fine. It disappears. It's like magic. That's that. And now the subject I was going to get on, I forgot. Thanks a lot, Dave. What is going, the tip, again, up here, I could feel the tip. I think we'll be okay with that one. I can feel it digging in just a touch. Some days are just not, I totally expect to start making coffee and have like, I don't know, hit something and have coffee all over the floor. I'll let you know. So far, this day is turning into a disaster. Let's not say that, because what time is it? I'm using my phone here, so I can't see what time it is. At 8 o'clock, I take over as a administrator on call. For the hospital, and we don't need any disasters, really, to tell you the truth, we don't. And through circumstances, on-call schedule had to change, and today starts 2 weeks of being on call. So, you know, we could hold off on any major natural disasters for the next 2 weeks. That would be awesome. Yeah, but it really makes you question the voodoo safety of the safety shirt. I mean, heck, I think they might as well be wearing camo out there. It's funny, a couple of the girls are in psychology, and they said the last class they were talking about like telekinesis and I don't remember all that. You know, you can read somebody's mind, you can kind of predict the future, all this stuff. So they were doing experiments in class related to that to kind of show that that stuff just does not exist, you know, when you test it scientifically. I was reminded there's this guy in the 80s that had some big prize money that he used to, anybody that claimed that they could do these things, you know, I don't even remember what the big prize money was back then, $100,000 or something like that. But if they could do it in a controlled environment, you know, where if you swore that you could move something with your mind, he would, you know, he would set it up, and he would, you know, say it was, I could move a pencil with my mind, and then he just puts like a little sheet of plastic between you and the person, or the person and the pencil, kind of like you can't blow on it or anything, and make sure that, you know, there's no way they can touch the table. And then he says, go for it, and if you can do it, I'll pay you $100,000. And of course they couldn't do it, and they'd say, well, the plastic's blocking my mind waves and stuff. And then he would put like I don't know, little very light flakes of paper around the pencil. Again, so there's no physical barrier, but if they were to blow on it, then you would see that. And of course, somehow, you know, anyway, whatever he did, there was some reason that that would not affect, you know, them being able to do this, despite, you know, all the other stuff going on in the world at that moment. For some reason, little scraps of paper just blocked their amazing abilities. Or I remember one with the studio lights are too hot, and it's just, anyway. So that's the kind of education I like to hear about happening in the schools, where it's like critical thinking. And you know, when it comes down to it, whatever you want to do, you know, because I asked if it got into like the people that say that they can, you know, read your palm or tell your fortune, all that stuff, and how that works, you know, and how that's kind of all just a scam to get people's money, and based on probabilities and things like that. And she didn't. And then the youngest popped up and said, I want to get my palm right. I want to get my palm right. And I said, okay, well, you know that there's nothing to that, right? And whatever, again, do whatever you want. So this is an example of do what you want, just be aware of what you're doing. She said, I know, but it would be fun. And I don't remember how it came up. And she, you know, I said, you know, they just like make stuff up, right? Yeah, I know, but it'll be a fun experience. I said, pay me $50, I'll make stuff up. And she said, no, I want I want to go in some place that smells like patchouli and weed and has crystals around it. And basically she's paying $50 for this experience that she's having. So she knows that's all that she's doing. So fine. But I know there's a whole section of folks that, what are we doing? I think we stopped it. With the styptic. So I've been doing Quinn's. I'm digging the cucumber melon. Is it cucumber mint, I think. We are bummed. In fact, we joke about getting sponsorships. I actually thought about writing Quinn's about this one. So I showed you, they sent me one that's all got busted in transportation and shipping. But these are, I notice they are kind of, whatever plastic this is, one, it's thin, and two, it's the kind of plastic that you can tell it doesn't bend. It's like if you bend it, it's just going to snap. So poor choice, Quinn's. But Barbara Dave has one that snapped. Just, let's avoid that area. Snapped. Wait a minute. Jimmy Chris. See this day? I didn't wash off the rest of the alum yet, I don't think. I think it's just best if I don't use any other sharp blades today. Maybe don't dry it. I don't know. What a day. Anyway, his broke. I don't know where. He just said that his finally broke. So I do think we need to do the old scuttle soap method of putting some. No, I think I'll put mine in a spray bottle because that's always what I did for travel with my non-named lemon toner. Just works good. I like the spray, but I think Barber Dave uses a little bit more, and he poo-poos the spray water delivery system, so he'll have to get a bottle. I think he can glug out of a little bit, but if that'd be cool, maybe get bottles that are at least this tall, and just thinner, the hold less and a bit more robust. And then if we could peel this label off and stick it on there, that'd be kind of cool. Anyway, food for thought. Okay, we did that. Oh, see? It's gonna sneak up on you. This moment of Papa brought to you Hombre's Barbershop, the sweetest smelling barbershop in Tucson. Yeah, boy. Tomorrow's Zoom call. We will be talking about that in my coffee discussion. I'm not going to get into it. I'll just say Barber Dave. If you want to just watch something a little bit different, he's going to be shaving with garlic-filled guacamole. I know the thought is that if you use enough guacamole, even if it's a quick shave, that ought to soak in kind of good to his face. Which I guess, if you like the guac, if you like garlic, maybe, I don't know, maybe his wife really into that stuff, and it'd be just, I did this, and I got some in my eye. Oh man, I'm not gonna answer the phone when it rings. This is gonna be they'll be like, guess what happened? I don't even want to guess. All right, that's that. We're gonna end this thing. What a mess. I'll see you on the forums.